The Utah Golf Hall of Fame's class of 2021 features 10 inductees, the biggest group since the charter class was honored 30 years ago. This class brings some unique distinctions and increases membership in the Utah Golf Hall of Fame to 48, while introducing a new historic category of inductees. 4 individuals represent the committee's efforts to make sure Utah golf figures of bygone eras are remembered. You'll be hearing a lot more about each of these 10 Hall of Famers, but here's a brief summary of their credentials. In the historic category, Lou North is distinguished for once taking a 10-stroke lead into the final round of the state amateur. He spent a relatively small portion of his life here in Utah, but he made quite an impact while he was here. 2 of his 3 state am titles were earned in stroke play during the tournament's brief switch to that format. Yet he was also great in match play with a 17-4 career record in the state am, including 1 championship and 3 other semifinal appearances. JEANNIE Goddard has been described as the godmother of Utah golf. She's remembered as the first woman to serve on the Utah Golf Association's board of directors, for helping the Utah State Women's Golf Association grow, and for chairing both the state amateur and the women's state amateur. Florence HALLORAN enjoyed a women's golf reign that is best described as overwhelming. She won 5 consecutive women's state amateur titles from 1917 to 1921 and added another title in 1924. Her 6 championships are topped only by Bev Nelson's 8 victories. MARION DUNN was born in Colorado but became a loyal Utahn from the age of 2. He's the first full-time media member inducted into the Utah Golf Hall of Fame, deserving of this honor because he loved Utah golfers. He once said, "I'd rather cover a Utah Open than a United States Open. You're writing about people you live with all year long, people you know." It's fitting that Dunn is joined in this class by Joe Watts, who preceded Dunn as the sports editor of the Daily Herald in Provo. Watts is best known for his 18-year tenure as the UGA's executive director, while also doing everything he could to record and preserve the history of golf in Utah. Just try finding anyone who loves the state amateur more than Joe Watts. Doug VILVEN was once described by one of his golf students as a savant in his ability to give lessons that made sense to the pupil, adding that he was always interested in you and your life. That personal touch is a big part of VILVEN's legacy, along with the founding of the Utah Section PGA, after the state's pros formerly belonged to the Rocky Mountain Section. The facility, now called Golf the Round, that Doug and his wife Denise built and operated for 19 years, is also a tribute to his visionary nature. Scott Whittaker was also instrumental in the creation of the Utah Section PGA. His other key areas of influence as the section's executive director include the remarkable growth of Utah high school girls golf from its infancy and the rebirth of the Siegfried and Jensen Utah Open. Steve SCHNEITER may not have won the Utah Open yet, but he has accomplished more than any other Utah professional golfer in history without ever becoming a PGA Tour or a PGA Tour Champions member. His 12 appearances as a club pro in the PGA Championship may never be matched. Sue NYHUS holds the distinction as the only person, male or female, to have played in every United States Golf Association championship available to her. The USGA just kept adding events in recent years, and she just kept qualifying for them. Her playing credentials alone would be enough to justify her Utah Golf Hall of Fame membership. Having successfully coached both BYU and Utah Valley University teams, she's also the first college women's coach to be inducted. Riley STOTTERN is considered the first superintendent to be honored by the Utah Golf Hall of Fame, strictly for that role, with the asterisk that Todd Barker was inducted primarily as a player. STOTTERN's Utah golf career is bracketed by his major role in the development of Jeremy Ranch, which staged the PGA Tour Champions event, and his help in the construction of Copper Rock Golf Club, which hosted an LPGA Tour brand event in April.